Snap. Technology. Sure. Okay, I don't know. Now, I have to pick housing, and I think I've narrowed it down, but the website Gogo Nihon supplies like 9 housing companies to look at, and mainly the housing consists of like dorms. There's not too many dorms, and not many schools, especially in Tokyo, have dorms, but there are dorm style housing like in Japan, just like as a separate entity. And then there's apartments that are way too expensive for me. And then share houses. So I'm looking at share houses, but I'm also looking at like a dormitory style house. I just found like those, and it seems intriguing. They have like workout rooms. They have giant kitchens. It's fairly nice. I'm happy with the size of the bedrooms. So I'm looking at like a dormitory like entity of a building that they have, and they have some pretty nice ones. I'm just looking for places that I can do music, and a lot of the dorm places have a recording studio or a soundproof room that you can practice. They have pianos, and I'm just like, yes! I just want a bedroom to myself. Bedroom to myself. My old roommates will all state that I have so many alarms in the morning. I'm that person who cannot wake up with one alarm. I've got to wake up with like 20 every 5 minutes to wake up on time. It's embarrassing. That's a flaw. That's why I want my own bedroom. So, I'm looking at housing. That's my current thing. And I'm currently in the waiting for my COE, which is Certificate of Education. Once I get that, I have to take that and then some other documents and information that I've put together. I just have to take a photo. That's the last step I'll have, is I'll need a photo, I'll need the COE, and then some other documents and information to take it to Japan's embassy. I'm going to take it because I'm not sending them my passport. I am not doing that by mail. I'm going to drive over there, bring it to the Japan's embassy, give them everything, and then I think I'm going to have to leave and then come back. But then they'll get me my student visa, which will let me get into Japan. Getting to the point where the school accepted me was by far the longest process. The thing they did say was that once you get accepted, it's fairly easy from there, which I would also agree with. Can't complain with that. So at least the hard part was done months ago, and then I was just waiting to be accepted, and now it's waiting for my COE and just doing a couple steps. So I've been making a lot of lists lately. I've been making a lot of lists. Like I said, this book is my life. There is so many lists. I have maps in here. I have like pro-con lists when I was looking at schools. I had a checklist for all the documents they needed. I have a before I go list of like companies I need to call. Like I need to call my bank to tell them I'm going to Japan so that they don't cut me off. I need to call my cell phone company because I have to figure out all of that, and I can't keep my cell phone plan because that's going to be expensive and useless. I have a timeline of all the things that they told me in email that I would get. Like in September, I was going to find out when my start date was, so then I wrote my start date. In October, I was going to have to pay tuition, and I could start checking out housing and prep my visa documents, and then December is I have to pick out my Japanese health insurance. Yay. My main list is my shopping list. Thankfully, it is so much shorter than I was expecting, but my shopping list also can count as Christmas gifts. I might bring like one book on the plane. I don't have space to bring books, and I don't want to be distracted by reading English when I should be reading Japanese. I really want to accomplish a lot in 1 year. So I think my dedication also correlates with, will I bring books or not? And I think not bringing books will be taking out a distraction that I would 100% have. My aunt, She moved to Ecuador, and I saw her recently, and she was giving me some tips because she like legitimately moved, and she's been constantly moving, constantly visiting, constantly bringing stuff to Ecuador with her. And she told me that there's these buckets at Walmart, and it's like, I think I found the right one. They're plastic. They're pretty sturdy, I think, in my opinion. It's black and then it has a yellow lid. That's the one I found. And there's like holes that I can zip tie. She said it's good for storage. In Ecuador, people she gives them as gifts. It's not like attractive looking, but in my mind, if I bring it, I'll put like a blanket or some like little tablecloth on it, and then I can make it look cute probably. But it's huge. I could fit so much stuff in it. And I was recently looking at how much it costs to ship. I thought like a flat rate box is fairly cheap to Japan. I went to the postal office and they told me to look at this one website that they have, and I went and looked at the link, and then it was like calculating how much things cost. And then that's when I was like, shipping's so expensive. Like, shipping a small box is the same as me checking an extra bag. Like a giant bag that could weigh 50 pounds. So it's so much better, I think, to just even check an extra bag. Now I get to check 2 bags, which is really surprising to me, and I don't understand why, and I'm really not going to question it. But that means I have like a little carry-on. I can have like a bag. I have a carry-on bag for the airport, and then I have 2 check-in bags. And so I'm just trying to figure out how I'll be able to juggle all those things. And I don't know how I'm going to do that. I am not a minimalist, nor do I want to be. So I am probably going to overpack. And I just got to figure out how to not overly overpack, especially for 4 seasons and a whole year. I think my housing and or GoGo Nihon is gonna come pick me up, but that's something I still haven't quite figured out myself. I know someone's picking me up, but I might be able to call a friend if all else fails and be like, come pick me up, please, in the airport. I'm not worried. I'm not gonna be stuck in an airport all day forever. I know that. So that's one thing I shouldn't be stressed about, but I am. I plan on doing a lot of videos of just adventures I have in Tokyo. I have thousands of photos, but not enough videos. So it is now the time for videos. Thanks for listening. Thanks for starting this adventure with me. I think that's it. This was hopefully fun for me and for you. Thank you for watching. If you have questions, feel free to ask. If you have comments, feel free to comment.